Pickaxe.
Thanks for dropping into the cast party. Join the cast and crew as they are eliminated from their Hollywood film set into the crazy world of Fandrea. And action!
The phone light illuminates the frills atop the lizard's head and shows black, beady eyes that recoil to the light that assaults them. The being scrapes Garrett's face with a large gash, but is blinded by the piercing LED. Garrett awoke to a nightmare. A monster come from the dark. A place he cannot see, a place he has no knowledge of. He runs. He runs upward using the light of the phone as his only solace. It's adrenaline, it's nature. Garrett feels nothing of who he is. He thinks not of directors, not of props or movies or film, not of the problems he has in his own life. He thinks only of survival, his will to push on, his breathing heavy as the piercing pain of his rib throbs with every footstep, the sound of the being slipping in the darkness of the cave behind him. He doesn't look back. Garrett runs with the fear of losing his life driving him. His life that flashed before his eyes as he was ripped away from his home. The life that meant nothing to those who he cared deeply for. The life he knows he won't be remembered for. The life he barely cared for himself. Light. Piercing the darkness of the tunnel ahead, he runs and climbs a stony rock face to the exit he can see above. A gateway out of the nightmare. He looks behind and can see the monster start scrambling up the wall after him. The nightmare just doesn't stop. He makes it to the exit as he scrambles out of the cave, his eyes blinded by the light of the sun above. He adjusts to the new world around him. A sense of awe and wonder at the new place he finds himself. Bright green trees, white clouds, and a bright blue sky, before he is pulled by his ankle and falls to the ground. He looks back in horror as the monster pulls at his ankles, dragging him towards the cave entrance. He comes face to face with the nightmare he has been running from, before an arrow pierces its head. The pulling stops. The monster falls back into the cave. The nightmare is no more. A man brings down his hand to Garrett, offering to help him up. Garrett grasps the hand of the man who saved him from his nightmare. A hand wrapped in a red handkerchief.
With less than 10 subbed patrons left to go at patreon.com/castparty, the cast and crew is so close to finally cleansing Vince's poor, rolling, cursed hands. All filmed for your viewing pleasure. Want to take a look at the high-quality content we provide on our Patreon? Well, Sweat with Jett, our 150 Patreon stretch goal reward, is officially public. You can check it out on our YouTube page, link in the show notes. Although you're pretty behind, our patrons have been swolling for initiative for about a month now with their early access, along with their ad-free episodes, behind-the-scenes exclusive hangouts, extra bonus one-shots, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Join the cast and crew as a subbed patron and save us from Vince's incredibly poor roles. Please, I'm begging you, I don't want Sebastian to die. We might even be doing a giveaway here shortly, including Cast Party Vault merch, a bunch of FanRoll dice sets, code CastParty for 10% off at fanrolldice.com, and so much more here soon to celebrate the Patreon. So hop on over, we'll see you there. Patreon.com/castparty. We can't wait to chat with you in the Discord. Thank you all so much for listening. Enjoy the episode, cast and crew.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManus, and I will be your director for today. I am joined by my nice cast and crew. Ryan McManus.
Hi, Sebastian Vivaldi Greensleeves, an emo at heart musician who... Nice.
Anna Brisbane.
Blueberry Sky Elven Druid actress who... Nice.
Nigel Deacon.
What's up? Xander Gucci Supreme, cameraman to the stars, who... Nice.
Vince Perino.
Jett the Boulder Chambers, who... Nice.
Let us talk about what happened last time. You headed back to the safe side of Kokar, using an intimidating stegosaurus to scare off any feeders who might have been around. You reached the catacombs underneath the city and saw Tor and Aster's reunion. You debated with them the best ways to get down to the rift and what to do about leaving Kaerith and shutting it off from all other planes. In the end, you decided to get Tor and Aster down to the ley line so that they could use its power to cut Kaerith from all the other planes. You took a brief rest before jumping in the bag and Xander floating you nicely down to the surface of the water. You all drank your water-breathing potions and headed beneath the surface. It was hard to see in the debris-ridden water except for a bright light coming from below that was slowly blocked off by something in the darkness. A few moments passed before a large, whale-like beast with the head of a bull came out of the darkness looking to feed. Just at that second, another long, snake-like beast with these consecutive eyes running down its body attacked the whale. They fought in the darkness near you as you continued downward, waiting for them to appear. When they did, Xander banished them both. This made your descent much safer. You dodged some thermal vents and piranha-type fish until you were through a thin portion of the chasm. You found an area much brighter, with less debris, where you found the ley line among the ruins from Kokar. The ley line was having its energy drawn from 6 blood-red crystals that reflected magic back towards you. With the first sign of violence towards the crystals, a large draconic monstrosity raised itself from the sand nearby, revealing an abdomen with identical blood-red crystals that it was siphoning power from. You all were engulfed by the rotten blood and leeches this beast held inside. Throughout the battle, you slowly took out the gems, weakening this creature as it continued in offensive. Whirlpools, a wall of force hallway, some leeches, some slod slams, and watery beasts. It was a joint effort in taking down this massive beast. Both Aster and Tor were on the brink of death as Xander destroyed the beasts with a few eldritch blasts. With no time to waste, you healed up and used the cell phone in the portal, wishing Tor and Aster good luck, and leaving them with Leslie's device. The portal opened and the colors changed from the blue of the ley line to black and purple. As this happened, you all saw visions of home. You felt a wave of exhaustion as you arrived back in Helios, where a man with a mechanical mask stands up from his seat. Kingsley's staff in Master Akeen's machine next to him. The exhaustion hits all of you hard. Blueberry, especially you, feel much smaller. As the rest of you look around, you see Blueberry is no longer a giant lizard, but instead a small gecko. You are all level 2.
What?
Oh.
Now, you see the man looking at you, his face impossible to read underneath the mask that covers all of his emotions. You only see the movement of the green liquid slowly bubbling in the tubes that lead to his mouthpiece. And so the scene is set. The question is, why didn't that work? From just beyond this wall of the stone dome you are encased in, you see a woman. Dark black robes, staff with an ice blue gem, lavender hair. Desideria. Though she looks a bit different, she has what looks to be white antlers coming out of her head. Small, about the size of a hand on either side. Her iris is now a deep gray. And atop her shoulders is a 3-legged cat. She moves into view as you all start to breathe air again, still these deep, labored breaths to catch up with the pain your bodies are feeling. Her free hand at her side creates a frosty swirl of air that runs through her fingers. Pathetic. You've grown weaker since we last met. I don't know why it didn't work. Plan B then. Desideria envelops her hand in a burst of frosty energy as her eyes glow blue. Wait. You promised. They are mine. Plan A is still on the table. If it doesn't work, I will deal with them. You guys see anger in Desideria's eyes They glow a bit deeper as this frosty hand begins to expel this cold. You can feel it from where you are before you hear a quiet meow from the cat on her shoulder. She breathes a moment before dismissing the frost in her hand. So be it. Do not fail me again. Desideria goes over and grabs Kingsley's staff out of the device. But you'll be doing it without this. Before she starts heading towards the door. Be quick. Alana will be here soon. As she shuts the door. It's quiet a moment. The man stands there looking at you all. From a holster on his waist, you see he pulls out a small hand-sized crossbow. Its arms extend outward as he pulls it from the holster. It's currently armed with some device. It bubbles the same green liquid that he is breathing. Sets it down on the table nearby. He turns away from you a moment. You can see this large tank of liquid on his back that's fueling the bubbling that goes to his mouthpiece. And as he breathes, you see some of these bubbles appear in the tank. He faces away. As you can see, he reaches up and begins taking off his mask. The man turns around. He pops out the respirator. He takes a deep breath of the air around him. You see a large scar on the right side of his face, leading from his mouth to his ear. Long, dark hair, which has now been shaved on one side, where these tubes wrap around and then inside his ear. He is all human. He is like you, down to the Nike shoes he wears, beaten and torn. Garrett stands in front of you.
What?
You bitch!
Sebastian, Xander,
Why are you with the magistrate?
What are you even doing here?
True, that should have been my first question.
I'm here just like you all are.
Have you been here this whole time?
Yes,
Did you know we were here? Why didn't you come find us?
I could say the same for you. You didn't even think about me.
You were nowhere in sight when we got dropped off. How were we supposed to know that anyone else came along?
Yeah, you guys got dropped off right on the surface, right?
Yeah, with all the equipment and set design and everything.
Yeah. I fell 20 feet onto the ground of a cave.
Are you okay?
He opens up and you can see broken rib. You can tell just through the skin. You can almost see the skin is starting to turn a weird greenish color.
Jesus. Garrett, I'm sorry. We didn't know. We thought that everyone that came with us was up top because it was just us and like a table of lasagna.
I'm not mad at you for leaving me. I'm mad at you for what the shit you've done since you've been here. You are just as selfish as before. I'd expect this from Jett and Blueberry, but not you two.
What's that supposed to mean?
You got put into a brand new place, and you immediately try to take hold of it. You immediately searched for power, started going against the authority of the land rather than working with them. The magistrate has done good for this world. Even if their history isn't perfect, nothing ever is. I'm alive because of them.
Garrett, I know you have to have been through a ton of shit, but the magistrate are not who you think they are.
If you had the knowledge that we came across on this entire month that we've been here, you'd see that they were in the wrong.
And they have been in the wrong for like a century.
They put us all to sleep the second we got here. Didn't check on us, didn't do shit. They put us to sleep, they put us in jail, they took that staff, they took Kingsley away. He's here, by the way.
We know.
They overthrew a kingdom. They tried to take down where we are right now, and I guess they were successful.
You're gonna justify assassination?
You're going to justify assassination?
Who did we kill?
What innocent people did we kill?
You killed innocent people at the Valorth wedding, trying to ruin the joining of Elvirath and Valorith so you could just seat yourself into power there? Through death of the royal family. This was just after a group of outsiders caused an upheaval in Pastow just beneath the bridge. I don't think that's a coincidence.
You mean the people that the magistrate set up to kill everyone?
Yeah, the assassination that I was talking about was the fucking royals.
I got a video of your dog over there attempting to assassinate the queen. You know what this is. You know that my camera is just a camera.
There's no special effects here. It's just raw footage of a fucking massacre.
Who gave you the idea that we wanted to be seated in power?
We're just trying to go home.
Do we look like we're in a spot of power right now?
You do look weak. Why do you want to go home so badly?
Why wouldn't we?
This was our chance. No one gets chances to start over in LA or Hollywood. We all had a chance to start again. And what have you done to better yourselves?
You can start over on Earth by just moving out to the boonies.
But here I can make a difference. You killed and maimed Magistrate Gars while breaking Kingsley out of his prison. You joined a university terrorist group teaching magic to students to rise up against the protectors of this land. You stole a powerful relic from Desideria, one none of you knew how to handle. Then you assaulted the man coming to retrieve what you stole.
Garrett, you went to college, right?
Yes.
Do you remember taking any history courses and how the governments of every country that has ever had some sort of like tyrannical pullover, you know the accounts of people across the entire world of this sort of shit. You have a government power that is trying to control things and be the ones that can control literally everything. Does this not sound familiar from like the USSR, North Korea, like any place where there's been these violent uprisings and the people had to fight back? The goddamn United States. Think about the Civil War. How can you not see that there's a parallel here?
Parallels, maybe. You cannot compare this world. You've seen what this world has. The magic, the monsters, the death that happens to civilians. We need people in power to keep them safe. And the magistrate is doing that.
By killing the people that go against them?
How many people do you think they've killed?
More than you think.
What evidence do you have of them actually helping? You haven't seen an instance where they were missing and there were problems. You're just taking their word for it.
I've seen them providing food, security, for multiple places.
I'm sure Hitler provided food for some people too.
Yet they're not going out just killing civilians.
That's exactly what they did at the wedding.
You did.
They did.
Nope. That was them.
Do you have any proof of us killing anyone at that wedding? Have you seen it with your own eyes, or have you only heard from the higher-ups at the magistrate?
I wasn't there.
Of course you weren't there.
Oh, so you're just bottle-fed information and you just take it like that. Got it. No taken.
I don't know why you're mad at me. I tried to send you home. I stopped them from killing you. I don't know why it didn't work.
Wait, what do you mean?
You weren't supposed to come back here. I tried hijacking the portal and sending you home. I'm ready for you to be out of our hair.
Is that why Kingsley's staff was here?
Yes, that was plan A. I convinced her to let me do this. You would be alive, but not able to affect the magistrate anymore.
Did you send Kingsley back home? Or is he still here?
We haven't found him.
It's one good thing.
Do you know where we were just now? Like where we just came back from? Why we're like this?
No.
Were you guys like in cahoots with Veroso?
The only thing you've done right so far was help Barroso to take Helios.
You know, I don't know how you can be so blind to this, but Veroso sent us to this plane of blood that was all types of fucked up. He killed someone right up here. Y'all did, maybe you guys not specifically, but the people that you employed and teamed up with just killed indiscriminately to get us out of there. They used us to kill. You realize that all of the problems that are happening up here, all of the violence that happened to get you guys up here is the magistrate's fault. It's not your fault directly, probably. You can't preach peace and then have violence happening.
You had no suspicions of your own of Akeen.
Not of Akeen.
Most people in power are corrupt. I know the corruption of the magistrate. Akeen was corrupt in different ways.
Why are you okay with the corruption? You can just not side with the people that are corrupted. The people in power shouldn't be corrupted. That's why we're doing what we're doing.
Why not just go home? If that's what you want so badly, why is that the only thing you need and you will go to any extreme to get there? Do you not enjoy being here? Being new?
Dog, we all got reasons to be home.
Do you just enjoy getting up and moving out of your home and leaving your family and your loved ones and never seeing them again? Giving them no signs or any letter or any sort of goodbye?
If you can rebirth yourself, make yourself better, make this world a better place, why not?
That's what we've done this whole time we've been here. In the process of going home, we have changed so much across Vendrea.
In a positive way. BT dubs.
You're just too blind to see it, which is fucking sad, man. You are just wasted potential, aren't you? You're so smart. I've seen the shit you can do on set. And now you come here and you just act like a pawn. It's so sad, dude.
Just a pawn. That's all I ever was on Earth.
And that's all you'll ever be here.
Wasted potential was all that was ever said to me. I had one person I cared about back then. He's the only one I want to see again.
And instead you choose to stay here, where guess what? You're in the same shoes as back home.
Except here I can make a difference for the better instead of just perpetuating the fame, the gluttony. It's disgusting. You want to go home? Just leave. I'll send you away. It won't be home, but it might get you there. But you do not come back. You are done disrupting the magistrate. You go home. You tell no one you saw me here, that there is no way of rescuing me. I'm not going back.
You can stay if you want. And we will be getting back home. Right now, we have more to do. And you best not get in our way.
Just try to pay attention to how you can be manipulated from both sides. Not saying you have to believe every word we say, but question them too.
Who are you to the magistrate anyways? And what is this shit with you?
This is keeping me alive.
What's wrong with you? Have you tried anything else? This seems like an extreme measure.
If this happened anywhere else, I'd be dead.
Have you considered that perhaps powerful magic, like the stuff that the magistrate claims they want to get rid of, could fix the ailments that you are running into right now?
I don't need anyone else to fix me.
That rib don't look good. If you're not going to fix it, then you should definitely let someone else do it.
It's time for you to leave. You want to get home, I can get you one step further. And that is already going against what they want. They want me to kill you.
Yeah, that's unsurprising.
And in your current state, I don't think it'd be that hard.
Well, what do you want us to do then? You just want us to leave? You want to send us in a portal to somewhere, just get rid of us, make sure that we don't come back here and affect your life anymore? How is that going to fix anything? How are we going to make our way back home? You're just throwing us into the garbage, basically. Who knows? Maybe we'll come crawling back out, and we'll come right back here. We already found a way back once.
I'm not sending you just anywhere. I'm sending you a place that might get you home.
Where would that be? How is that any different from here? And how do you know it's going to even work?
I don't. But it's better than you dying in this room.
Who said that was an option?
Those are the two options, Jett. You do not walk out that door. He reaches over and grabs his crossbow.
I'll take a couple steps towards him.
What's your armor class?
18.
24. 12 acid damage.
I'm going to use my reaction to take half of that from the mask.
So as that happens, I'll stop and wince in pain a little bit. I'll use 5 of my lay on hands pool and just wipe some of it away and heal up that burn that he gave me. I'll walk closer I want to try to get within distance to be able to touch him.
Get back in the dome, Jett.
Just hear me out. And I want to put my hand if he lets me get close enough, put my hand on his ribs where he's hurting, and use the rest of my lay on hands.
Roll persuasion.
17 plus 2.
As you get closer, he has already rearmed this crossbow, but you are able to get within 5 feet of him.
Just trust me this one moment, and I'll put my hand on his ribs where he has that injury and try to use the rest of my lay on hands.
Your little band-aid doesn't do anything. We've tried before.
You've tried using magic to heal yourself.
Yes.
Is that why you fight it now? Because it couldn't help you?
No, I want people to stop dying from it.
Have you seen people die from magic that is used for good? Have you seen all of the amazing, wonderful things that it can do? There's so much beauty in it. It's a scary thought.
It's like saying, let's get rid of medicine because drugs are bad.
The hurt will always outweigh the harm.
You gonna kill Desideria too? After us? Only way to get rid of magic.
See, he looks towards the door. Depends what she does.
What about Alana? She's the one that killed her other half so that she could get more power.
Again, more stories. Yes, she killed the other half, but it was not to gain power. It was to stop her corruption. Which is why she wants to find Kingsley. Make sure he's not corrupt.
It's crazy that you can say that when Kianopa was just like living her life, having a family, just existing. And Alana sought her out just to end her.
What do you think she was doing, Kianopa? What did she tell you? What did Ilana tell you Kianopa was doing?
I didn't ask.
She just said she was bad, and you took that at face value.
Bottle-fed information, just like I said before.
We will give you specifics of whatever we know, and she's not telling you.
We found their history, and I've got proof of everything that we've found so far.
I know. You have proof. I don't care.
Why not believe it? If we sit here and we tell you we have proof showing everything you believe is wrong, why wouldn't you at least take a look at it?
What would it take?
Nothing is ever black and white. And if I am here, I have influence. It's better than going back home, wasting life away.
You gave up, and you latched on to someone who fed you lies that gave you hope of an alternative, without trying to look into whether or not they're full of shit. Because you were desperate. And maybe we're wrong. We're open to being given evidence that proves that everything we have found is false. But you should also be open to that.
I don't need that. I'm happy with how things are. I am happy.
With living a lie.
If it means I can help people, yes.
If it means you can pretend you're helping people and feel happy with yourself, whether it's true or not.
I am helping people. If they're doing bad, then they're doing bad. I am helping people. I am not like you. I still have a conscience. I only kill murderers. And right now, you would fit that bill.
You've been killing for the magistrate?
You've been killing for yourselves.
Nope.
Don't you put that on me.
How many have you killed?
33.
33?
33. I remember every last one, Jett. This is a vast place. Just because you're in one location and you see everything happy and grand, there are bad things that happen to good people here, Jett.
We've seen so much more than you think. You think we've only had happy, fun times here? You are far, far from right. And don't you dare think that we haven't gone through some shit that you couldn't even believe.
I know you think that you're helping people and the magistrate is doing everything they can for this place, but there are problems everywhere around here that they're not even looking at. That somehow it fell on us to figure out. We saved an entire town from a vampire uprising. We stopped an entire forest from overtaking a city. We stopped a goddamn robot uprising, iRobot style, from taking over all of Fendrea. And these are all things that if the magistrate found out about, would have taken control of so that they could use to control people. I know we're not in a state to fight you right now. And honestly, I mean, as much as I don't want to fight you, you're kind of making me want to fight you. But you gotta open your eyes, man. You gotta open your eyes to something other than what they are showing you.
Fine. But where do we go from here?
You tell Desideria, you send us away, you get us to the barge, and you never hear from us again.
She will know that you walked out of this room.
Then that's her problem, not yours.
That will be my problem. That will be death for me. You hurt her as she walked out. Do not fail me again.
Then you come with us, and as soon as we do something that you deem immoral, turn on us.
You said it yourself, it'd be easy to take us down.
See for your own eyes what the world is actually like, and not behind the eyes of the magistrate.
You think that would be easier with you as a runaway from the magistrate? Wouldn't that be easier from the inside to really learn? To help make those moral decisions?
You want to run away so bad, go get in the portal yourself, man. Let us through. You want to start new? Have at it. Go on, figure out what plane it throws you at anyway.
Wait. Hold on. What he's saying makes a little bit of sense. I don't know how much of this they can hear outside of this room, if anything. But if we go off of the idea that Garrett is a man on the inside, we got out of one plane, we can do it again.
You're really just gonna let them send us away after we finally get back? Do you know how much we had to go through just to get back here the first time?
Being here doesn't help you.
Is Jett still standing next to Garrett? So Zone of Truth is on him?
Mm-hmm.
And has he resisted it?
He has not even tried.
Garrett, do you know anything about where you're going to send us?
Yes. I'm not just going to send you willy-nilly anywhere. That's what I was telling you. This place has a chance of getting you home.
What place? You haven't even told us. You just keep saying this place.
You haven't let me. You've been attacking me.
That bolt says otherwise in Jett's chest.
We've been attacking your ideas, not you.
And your morals.
And your stupid face.
Hey, Sebastian.
Okay, we're pushing some boundaries here.
Sorry.
Garrett, we've been through some shit with the magistrate. I know this is probably weird coming from me, but let's keep things level-headed. We don't hate you. We're surprised, and we're maybe a little disappointed, but we understand where you're coming from to an extent. Your morals are in the right place because you want people to be protected and safe and not die. We get that. If you're telling us the truth, I know that because you're standing next to our boy over there. Speaking of which, how did you even recognize that was Jett? He's a goddamn lizard.
His voice is the same.
Oh, now we have two lizards in the party. That's funny.
I'm not always a lizard, for the record, but you can tell Desideria I am.
Do you promise that you will at least consider what we've been saying throughout this?
I won't just blindly follow. Not that I think I have been.
Just look out for the possibilities of inconsistencies or information that they feed you without proper proof.
All right, guys, I'm on board with going somewhere. Because, I mean, if we don't go out this way, we're going to end up fighting our way off the island.
And Garrett will end up dead, and I don't want that.
I don't like the thought of leaving not even 10 minutes after we get back, but I don't know. I kind of have an attachment here, I feel. It just hurts leaving knowing that it could get worse. But I understand. This is our only choice right now, is going somewhere else. We can't walk out that door and there's nothing for us to do.
I send you away. You go home. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Xander's crossing his fingers behind his back. You got it.
When you get there, look for Varian. I don't know why you all are weak now. I assume it's because it almost worked.
Oh, fuck that. I mean, if it almost worked, that means if we go home, we're not gonna...
It's all gonna be gone.
Damn.
When you get home, if you could tell my brother I love him. Varian has been shut off for some time. He may take some convincing. He should be able to help you. Gives a little nod, re-puts in that respirator, puts his mask back on. I mean, you can see he has a small pouch on his back that he pulls around, and he grabs a large gem and he puts it in that device. Good luck. You feel that portal start to move around you. You are enveloped in this kaleidoscope of vibrant hues and these shimmering energies. The air crackles with a faint otherworldly resonance. There's a scent of wildflowers. You feel that there are thunderstorms in the distance. There's just this ethereal energy that engulfs you. And then you finally get that familiar sensation of that weightlessness. Your vision blurs a bit, but as it clears, you find yourselves breathing deeply. The air feels heavy. Beneath your feet, the ground crumbles a bit, like it's fragile. Dry grass crunches under you. Around you, there are tall, needle-bearing trees, though few needles actually remain on the withered and bent branches. This place looks like it used to be beautiful. There's a stream nearby that still flows that casts a calm sound of water that breaks this silence, but there's decay. And as you adjust to your surroundings, you feel a slight pull coming from a specific direction. It feels muted, but not extremely dark. There's a sky here. It's bright. It's not nearly as desolate and gross as Kaerith. It just feels like there used to be more life here.
Man, who would have guessed that Garrett, of all people, was him? He was him.
That little rat.
I want to say that, like, I'd be in a different spot if I was in his position, but I don't know, man. I mean, like, maybe me, because I question everything, but, like, Sebastian, like, if you would have fallen into that spot, alone, hurt, in a cave, and then these are people that helped you, and they're the ones that are, like, guiding you and stuff, like, I get why he is where he is.
No, I know. You pop up in an entirely new world. It's like a whole new planet. New civilization, new people, and they're the one that save you? And they're the one to teach you about the history and what's going on and the problems and issues that's been happening across Vendrea? I believe it too. Kara never had the first-hand experience that we did. It's just sad to see that he would have turned out so differently if
He'd landed with us.
Are you guys okay? I mean, like, fuck, I feel tired.
I can't do anything.
Yeah, I don't feel good.
I feel like I haven't been to the gym in at least 2 months.
That is almost true. That is almost just accurate. Yeah, dude, I can't do anything, and I try to, like, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it anyway, but I try to, like, turn into the bat thing, the wings, and I got nothing. Like, it's just like
You try, and as you do that, Nomura jumps on your head and spreads their wings.
I can do it, guys. I can do it. I still got the wings. Thanks, buddy. Do all of you feel this urge to go in this direction?
I was just about to say the same thing. It's almost like my whole entire body is a compass and I'm just pointing in one direction.
My belly just feels like there's food in this direction, so maybe we go?
It's his inner calling.
My dad used to say that dudes were really good at directions because they got iron in their nose. And so it points towards the magnetic poles. You know where north is. I think he's full of shit, but I do feel like we should go this way.
Hey, Blue, are you gonna have some trouble walking? Because, I mean, you know, you are really tiny and all.
You're so small.
I'm so small. I know I can go back in any time, but I figured, I don't know, what if we need to sneak in somewhere? I should stay like this. I don't think I'm going to have enough energy to change again, so I'm just going to crawl up onto Jett's shoulder.
Yeah, I'll just put my tail over towards her so she can crawl up my back to my shoulder.
Yeah.
Well, let's not get into any fights until maybe we get back to full strength, if we get back to full strength.
Yeah, do you think we'll go
I still got my crossbow. You still got daggers.
We've got potions? Potions of flying, invisibility? I've got a fireball scroll.
Oh my god, you do.
I'm gonna lead the way. Start the march.
All right, let me just get Pebbles real quick. I'll just try my hardest to call her.
Oh, that's just sad.
Oh.
Stop,
Oh.
why?
You all head the direction that this pole is coming from. You have to move through some of the trees that have the bare amount of needles on their branches. Again, they're thickly packed together, these trees, though you do not see all the needles on the ground. And moving through this bare forest, you quickly see the landscape changes unnaturally to these earthen spires ahead. You see trees are knocked to the ground, and these spires look like a forest on their own, uprooting trees and standing tall and sturdy. And you feel, especially you, Xander, in front, feel that this pole continues through these spires. Moving through the more dull kind of forest previously turns into a much brighter brown, as the more clay-like color of these spires takes up more of your view. They're tall and wide, and you have much less view of the area ahead of you. And as you continue, you start to see a faint rainbow color area. Little spots of light illuminating on the spires, almost like when you would hang like a prism in a window. These rainbow areas get more plentiful. You see that as you move closer, some of these stone spires are not just stone. These areas ahead are stone mixed with iridescent crystals. They glisten and reflect light, casting these rainbow colors across the spires around. Some of them are stand tall in splendor, and then other ones branch out like trees, almost making a crystalline canopy over top this area. It's tranquil, it's quiet for the most part here. And then you hear a very light sound of air moving. It's soft, and it's probably only audible because the sound is being amplified by the crystals around. You see this bright light, iridescent, some being is floating around here inside this light, though its form is hard to see. It's maybe the size of a fist. It glows, and its light is beautifully reflected across this scene as the light dances around you for a moment and then heads deeper into the canopy. You see it floats down a separate path, floating about eye level. You are still being pulled forward. This is going towards your left.
Did y'all see that?
The little, Zelda wisp.
What is Zoraldo? What is the...
The fuck is a Zoldo?
You guys never played Legend of Zelda back home?
Is that the racing one?
No, that's the blue guy with the rings, right?
No, that's Donkey Kong.
Oh.
I literally only know Mario.
I know whatever Jett just said was not right. But anyway, yeah, the little, light thingy.
Yeah.
So, my body's telling me no, but my mind's kind of saying yes.
My inner compass is pointing in opposite direction.
You know what? Let's just go. Fuck it.
Where?
Which way?
I'm heading down following the fairy thing.
Okay.
You don't have to move far. You see this area opens up a little bit. It's very circular. And you approach a shimmering pool of water that hides in this crystalline forest. It glistens and it luminesces a little bit. The water within the pool is exceptionally clean and pristine. The pool here feels very natural, but is unnatural in shape. It's completely circular, like a large man-made well going down beneath the surface. There are clusters of vibrant flowers blooming here. This sweet fragrance fills the air. The being bobs around here, near a particular group of flowers.
So, Sebastian, do you have the rope?
Oh, absolutely. The rope that is incredibly handy. Right, Blueberry?
I'm gonna hold on to the rope, and then I'll enter stealth mode and crouch walk towards it.
Do you want me to, tie it to you, or you just want to hold on?
You hold on for dear life, my friend. If I get pulled into that pool, you pull back.
Yep. Okay, give it to the smallest person here. You got it.
I mean...
Well, oh yeah, Blue.
You got 1.5 people next to you. I'm just gonna approach it while holding the rope, just in case. And I'll gently reach out my hand palm up towards it, so I would almost scoop it if I could reach it.
You are close enough to do so, and as you move that hand up, it moves back away from your hand and starts floating closer to the flowers.
Look at the flowers more.
I look at the flowers more.
They're beautiful bunches here, but as you're looking, a few stand out. The first flower that stands out you can see is wilting. It still glows this very magnificent, radiant color, but seems to be dying. Its petals are falling and are crisp.
I'm going to look back at everyone else. I'm at a loss. My brain, there's some dying flowers mixed in here. Little homie doesn't want me to touch it.
Let's try to bring him back to life. Maybe that's what it's asking for, is help.
I can druidcraft. I'll crawl down, turn back into an elf.
Okay. I will hold on to rope also and, slowly follow.
Jett, can you hold on to this? I don't want to be trusted with two people now.
Give me that. I'll grab it and wrap it around my arm so that I can hold on to it better.
I'll see if druidcraft can bring back some of these flowers.
Give me a nature check.
14?
You see 3 flowers here that stand out. The first one is wilting, the one that Xander had just seen. The next one looks like it is thriving, though it is extremely muted, almost gray. There's no color or vibrancy to it. And the last one you see isn't budding. Its petals have not spread. It seems thin and weak. You can feel that these flowers are just missing something.
I just carry a little handful of water over to it and push.
It immediately bounced back.
Okay, this one just needed a little water, easy. The others need color and light. I don't know how to just give color.
It's gonna be a long shot. I'm gonna whip Daisy around, and I'm gonna start playing Kiss from a Rose. I want to see if I can give the plant bardic inspiration and almost bring it some life and bring it some vibrancy and color as the music staff just flows through the air and wisps around the plant all the way up, and just hope.
Give me a performance check, and if you're using your bardic inspiration, you will get advantage.
Nice. Natural 20.
Yo.
Beautiful.
Immediately, you feel this rush of different colors around. This vibrancy just erupts from this flower. You see it sheds bright spores everywhere. With that natural 20, I'm going to allow you to use that bardic inspiration on the flower as well as give it to one of your party members.
Whoa. Okay.
Ooh.
Wow, I haven't had to give someone a die in a long time. I'm going to give it to Blue.
Is there any rocks on the ground near me or anything like that?
There's regular rocks as well as decent-sized crystals.
I'd like to just take a small rock that I could fit in my hand. I will tie the end of this rope to a crystal that's in the ground near me, if that's possible. I'm going to tie that up, and then I'm going to slowly take the rope and crawl my way over to them. And I'll just take my sword out, and just the tip of it, I'll just hit the rock in my hand. When I do that, I'll cast Divine Smite on it to bring some light to just the tip of my sword.
This bud just opens up, showing all of those petals. And as that last flower blooms once more, you see that this being, encased in light, glides to a nearby area of rock, landing atop the moss-covered stone. As the wings stop beating so quickly, you see the light dissipates, and you can see a small sprite. A small fey creature no larger than a bird. Delicate crystalline wings that resemble a butterfly's. The wings have intricate patterns of color, and they refract and reflect the ambient light around. You show compassion. That is rare here.
Oh no.
That is a bummer statement, but we're here to help. At least with the flowers. Sorry. Hello. Nice to meet you. We're the options.
Nice to meet you. I am Sunbeam.
Cute.
That's an apt name.
Hello.
Hi, Sunbeam. I'm Blueberry.
You are worthy guardians.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, it's true.
Guardian of what, by chance?
I feel my presence here as a guardian of Wildacre, though we aren't in Wildacre anymore.
What? Where are we?
What does that mean?
Wait, did we just teleport you here on accident?
No,
Oh, okay.
I was brought here through an abrupt opening in space. Something caused a rift to open and I was forced here along with other aspects of the Fae. It has fused with these rock spires to create the crystal canopy.
Is Wildacre another plane?
This is a glimpse of it.
It sounds like a colorful place. Do you think that you would find, say, a group of young adventurers that resemble a frog, an owl, a satyr, and a corgi there on the opposite weeks of Cast Party's release?
That sounds like an apt group for Wildacre. You, too, are new to Arborea,
Arborea?
Is that this place right here?
is what I have heard.
I'm guessing you've never heard of Fendrea?
Oh, we know of Fendrea on Wildacre.
Oh.
Oh.
Then do you know how to get to Fendrea from here?
I don't even know how to get back to Wildacre.
Okay. So that's a dead end.
How long have you been here?
Time is hard to tell here. Few weeks. No, maybe months.
Oh,
Though other rifts have been appearing, changing the landscape around us. These rock spires weren't always here. They seem to have aggressively been created, uprooting the dirt. In the distance, I have seen other areas of this world change. There never was the frosty forest down the path. It stays covered in snow despite any new snowfall. Other areas seem out of place too. Look in the distance, you can see an area completely covered in dense, dark fog.
Hey, y'all remember how Aster? Which one was the rabbit?
Aster.
Aster. Thank you. Sorry. They have the same name. I cannot remember which
Yeah.
is which. Y'all remember how Aster described the connections between the different planes and how they were going to use an axe to sever that one?
Oh, like the branches and everything?
Yeah, so sounds like a tree.
Mm-hmm.
This place is called Arborea, like arbor, like tree.
Oh.
And it seems like this has got like aspects of all the different planes based off of what Sunbeam just told us.
Oh, like, because we were supposed to go to the icy place, but now the icy place is kind of here.
But they're new. They weren't always here.
How long has the ice been here, Sunbeam? Are you a physical manifestation?
The whole group just looks at Sebastian like,
What?
She kicks the tiniest rock, and you see the rock does move.
Perfect. I throw her a mixtape.
She has to dodge it because it would have crushed her.
No, wait. No, I'm so sorry.
The ice is new, but much is new here. This world is being changed by these rifts. Soon it will have lost its identity.
Sunbeam, when you first got here, did you feel something pulling you in a direction, or did you just kind of start floating around everywhere?
I feel pulled here. And she points to the pool.
oh, maybe that means that we're being pulled towards what's connected to us, which could either be Fendrea or Earth.
Are you safe here, Sunbeam?
I do not know.
Well, if you make it home, can you bring that with you? I figured if I'm going to different planes, I might as well just start spreading the music.
Sure.
Thanks.
How is she going to play that?
Someone will figure it out.
Were you brought by a rift?
Technically.
Something evil is causing the rifts. I can feel the malice in it.
Oh. Okay, I don't think that was us then. I don't think we did anything.
Who was it we were supposed to look for? Venomir?
Varian.
Sunbeam, have you heard of Varian?
I have met very few here. I have not left the crystal canopies. I do not want to miss any opportunity to go home.
If there's anything that we can do for you before we go, please feel free to let us know. But otherwise, I feel as if we need to start following what's pulling us.
You have made the pools a brighter place. It's all I could ask.
Maybe that's what it took to get you home. Now you just wait. Don't forget.
Yes. She picks up the mixtape and it's like really
You got
hard
it.
for her to
There
do
you go.
so. She flies it over to the edge of the shimmering pool.
If we figure out anything about how to go home, we'll let you know. All right, Sunbeam, good luck. Are you hungry? Do you need anything? You good? You need some tea?
I am fine.
Well, thanks, Sunbeam. Have a great day. It was nice to meet you. All we can do is move forward while we're here, right? Maybe we'll find an aspect of how to get home How did Garrett even know about this place?
Might have some connection with the magistrate somehow.
How did he know how to try to hijack our portal to begin with? He knows a lot more than we expect.
I tried to tell him. He's smart.
He is.
He catches on so quick and he's wasting it.
Yeah, but I think people start to resent that statement when they've heard it their whole lives.
Yeah. Well, we'll get him back. We'll get him out of this. And we gotta fix that rib. Did you see that? It was green.
I tried, man.
He had like liquid flowing into his mouth. It was gross.
Did he say how he got so hurt? Was it because of where he landed?
Probably the fall. 20 feet, that's high.
That's the main thing he said. I don't think he said anything about other injuries.
We've gotten so hurt, and we've always been able to heal with magic.
Maybe the magistrate held it back from him.
With how powerful Desideria and Alana is, it's pretty sad that they're not even trying to heal him. God knows they can.
He did say that he's trying to do this on his own. So, like, maybe he figured something out that he thought would help, and he thinks it's still helping.
As you are pulled further, you see the contrast in color is strong as you move from area to area. As you're pulled further, you see ahead another burst of color, but this time white, along with shades of icy blue. The trees ahead look to be larger, these branches filled with needles, snow covering each and every tree limb. You can feel that it pulls you into this frosty forest.
Well, this is where we're supposed to go in the first place. Does everyone still have their icy clothes?
Yeah?
I just kind of pat my scales. Yeah, I think I'm good.
Oh, yeah, right, that.
I wiggle my mittens.
You step forward, the ground beneath your feet crunches with each step. You feel that layer of frost that blankets this forest floor. It's cold here. It hits you like a wave as you walk into this area, like a curtain of cold just hangs in the air. It's surprisingly quiet here. Not much noise, the echoes of your footsteps muted by the snow. You see some tracks of small creatures that must have been moving through this area, some small paw prints left in the snow. The area here is chilling but peaceful. It is extremely bright as light reflects off of the snow. And that continues as you see there's a large light source ahead through the trees that is casting those shadows towards you.
Approach.
As you start to approach, you see the light disappears.
Keep going the way we're being pulled.
This light is directly in that path. And you see a large robed figure standing away from you. It's a dark black robe, so it contrasts in this white, though you can see there's a bunch of snow covering it, which seems a little weird because there's no snow currently falling.
Can I have Nomura fly around in like a semicircle so that they're about 30 feet in front of the robed figure?
Through Nomura's eyes, you can see that this being has pulled the robe over their face, so you cannot actually see any face, even through Nomura's eyes.
What do you guys think?
Do we say hello?
It's got to have been here for a while if there's still snow on his shoulders. Is it just a statue? Is it even moving?
Can I use my divine sense to see if there's anything strange about it?
What can you determine with Divine Sense again?
Celestial Fiend Undead.
This is undead.
Guys, Zombo straight ahead. When I say Zombo, I mean he no soul.
What makes you think he's a zombie?
I can feel it.
It's all those zombie apocalypse movies, isn't it?
I was only in 4 of them. Leave me alone.
We should maybe sneak around.
Yeah.
Zombies aren't that perceptive. I feel like it would be pretty easy.
How do you know?
They're dumb.
In movies.
What if we hide and I just pull down the hood with my magic hand?
Or we could try to just say hi. We haven't ran into anything bad here yet.
Yeah, but what if it's like an eldritch god? Like, what if that thing is like the undead man of the cold, you know? As we all know from the lore.
It's the Nomura of Cold Place.
Blue, you want to just go say hi with me?
I'm just not feeling particularly confident right now in case this goes badly.
Okay.
Should we just try to sneak, at least, first?
Should we put it to a vote?
All in favor of not saying hi.
To the zombie?
Say I. I.
Collusion.
Okay, everyone hide.
Roll me stealth.
Do I still have inspiration, or has it been too long?
10 minutes. D6, Blue.
11 for Jett.
15 for Sebastian.
18 for Xander.
12.
Go ahead, Xander. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to just pull the hood back, like behind it.
You're able to use your mage hand, pull it off. And you see this being reaches its hands up to try to grab that hood, but you're able to pull it down. Nomura especially can see this. The rest of you, it's a little bit harder because it becomes extremely bright. This being's face is exuding light, and it is this frosty cold. And there does not seem to be much substance here. It's like you can almost see a face, but there is no skull of any kind. It turns towards our group, and it starts moving somewhat menacingly towards, I believe it was Jett who got the 11?
Yes.
Roll initiative.
Oh, God.
What?
Boy.
I got a nat 20. 22.
19.
I also got a 19. What's your dex?
2.
2.
Roll off.
Oh, I rolled an 8.
11.
21.
Jett, your first blueberry on deck.
I am going to just rush forward right towards it. With my bonus action, I'll use Divine Smite and just try to stab it in the stomach. 18 to hit.
Hits.
I used the mask on you there, buddy. You get an extra 2d10.
Oh my god. Okay. 18 damage. And that is another 11 radiant damage.
Sheesh.
You go in, you just run up with a stab. You're almost using this as a joust as you run up, kicking up that snow. Stab in with that radiant energy. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn? That was a very strong hit.
I can no longer do anything else because I don't have 2 attacks.
Blueberry, you are up. Sebastian, you're on deck.
I'm gonna get to a point where I'm 30 feet away from it. Throw it a thorn whip. That's a 10 to hit.
10's not gonna do it.
I can't miss.
Sebastian.
Just realizing that this is so quick and everything's happening so fast, I'm just whipping the crossbow out, doing a shot. That's a nat 1.
I mean, we have to. Jett just ran in, did a bunch of damage. You can barely hold up this crossbow right now.
That is 5 damage on you, Jett. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
The cold is just encroaching and my hands start shaking from the freeze and I just pull the trigger a little too late.
Xander, you're up.
At least I've got my trusty hands. And I fired an Eldritch Blast. Dirty 20.
Very much hits.
That's max damage. 13 force damage.
You blast open this thing's robe, and you do see there's a skeletal body underneath, and you can especially see it now that its hands are coming out of the robe. One of them brandishing a large icicle that it comes down on top of Jett with. That's only a 9 to hit.
No, it does not.
You feel this cold air rush as it swipes at you. You're able to dodge out of the way. As you do so, you see that this being is able to see the others as they attack. It raises up a different hand, and just this icy fog plume comes out. So it's going to go to Xander. 16 to hit you, Xander?
Nope.
He tatted up, baby.
Oh.
Yeah, that tattoo.
As a bonus action, this zombie, it's going to look at Jett. You can see that its face flashes bright white. I need a Constitution saving throw.
9.
Jett, you are blinded until the start of this being's next turn.
Oh my god.
You did like 30 damage, and then it said, fuck you in particular.
Jett, we're back to the top of the order. It was not able to hit any of you, but it was able to blind you. That's your turn.
When the blinding light comes, I'm just covering my face with one arm and just kind of swinging around with the other.
You do have disadvantage on that attack.
11.
That misses.
Ah.
Blueberry, you're up. Sebastian on deck.
Thorn Whip. Natural 20.
Let's go.
8 piercing.
Because it was a natural 20, normally this wouldn't allow Jett an opportunity attack, but because it's a nat 20, I'm going to allow it.
Oh my god. 9.
Jett, you're getting ready for another really good swing, and then Blueberry just pulls this being out of your attack. Sebastian, you're up. Xander on deck.
I am gonna look at him and just scream, "No one even likes you!" and cast Vicious Mockery. Can it make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Dirty 20.
God. Okay.
Xander, you're up.
Okay, so now that everyone's out, everyone knows where everyone is, I'm stepping out into the ring. I'm getting into the fight, and I'm going to shoot it with an Eldritch Blast. Arcane pistol time. Nat 20.
Hey.
All right, roll your crit damage, Xander.
9 for the crit plus 3. And then it makes a strength save.
It did get a 13, so it is not pushed back. You hit it with that Eldritch Blast, and as you hit it, you can see its whole body recoils upward. And again, that bright flash comes this time at your direction, Xander. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw. Also, Jett, you are no longer blinded.
Yay.
These are good dice. That's another nat 20.
God
You
damn.
are not blinded, but this being is rushing up towards you
Do it.
with that icicle come down. That one is a 19 to hit.
That is my armor class.
Okay, you are going to be taking 8 bludgeoning damage and 11 cold damage.
Oh, I have resistance to cold.
Ooh.
My mittens.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh.
Jett, that is you. This being is looking pretty hurt.
As that blindness goes away, I look up and he's gone. I just look back and see him in front of Xander. I'll just run over towards him and try to hit it from behind.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Nice.
14 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, yes. 17 damage, with 6 of that being radiant.
It's yours.
Good.
Okay. So as I'm coming from behind, I'm coming with that like stabbing, and I just stab the sword right into its back. It shoots out the front of it. That radiant damage from the sword pulses out, and it causes this light explosion from within it.
And that explosion has a shockwave as you hear all of the bones that were essentially just being held up by this frosty essence. They all come apart and clank together onto the ground in a pile wrapped in this rope. From that, it's silent a moment, but you hear the echoing of rushing through the nearby woods, coming towards you.
Hey! Everything okay? Thought I heard an explosion. Hello?
And for today, that's a wrap.
Oh, damn.
What?
Oh.
Thank you all so much for listening. Please join us in welcoming Omega Jones, also known as Critical Bard. They will be joining as a member of the cast for a few sessions and exploring this new place full of wonders. In the meantime, I know you can't wait 2 weeks, so go visit us over at patreon.com/castparty. There's tons of extra content there, including our behind the scenes episodes, as well as more D&D nonsense in the after party. We have our new free tier. It's literally free, so check it out. We've already had a bunch of people join our Discord, enjoying talking with the cast as well as the other fans of the show, and even playing some online D&D sessions. We have those going on pretty often. As well as we have our P.O. Box address in the description below, and next episode will be in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Damn, so Jett just hit him from the back, thrust into him, and exploded from the tip? Is that how that ended?
Hell yeah, dude.
Two lizards just hanging out. Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
Oh, I was going with the 2 lizards chilling in a new plane.
What?
5 centimeters apart because they're best friends.
Yeah.
This place feels so much brighter with the flowers back. Those 4 did so much better than Armand and Bobby. They simply played catch with the flower, leaving it away from its soil far too long. Nimhi went a little overboard with the water, dunking the flower in the pool for a full day. Too much water can also be bad for plants, you know. Mason was on a good start until he started to sing a song to the flower. Something about Joe and his cotton eye. Dubward was the opposite. Complete silence. I could hear the flower gasping for water as he stood there, contemplating. Saint E. Love kept on saying something about syrup. He thought syrup came from flowers. No, just no. Eric 5 did a wonderful little jig and a flourish to boot. All the flowers were filled with energy, stood up from the ground, grew faces, and began singing a show tune. Gosh, I felt like I was at the Polyamorous Swirl Theater back on Wildacre. Forerunner used to have their own show, all about eggs. Each song a different style of music, a different style of egg. My favorite was Sunnyside Uptown Funk. Frankie used to cook me eggs with the sunny side up, but only in the morning. In the evening, she called them sunny side down. There were so many accidents during that show. One time, Isuik got accidentally hard-boiled. What a mess to clean up. Jesky Fire caught fire during the flaming egg of Lady Lorax. Something about burning the egg would save the trees and it was everything you would ever need? I don't know. Jesse used to talk shit about the whole show, but I still believe the egg extravaganza was some of the finest work ever put on at that theater. Lexi tried to replicate it with the all-bean bonanza, but it wasn't the same. There were some good songs, like Miharu singing, "If You Give a Mouse a Pinto," but most of them were pretty bad. I guess people just like eggs more than beans. New York always said, "If a bean was, a bean can be, but an egg, always." And I live by that. Opti has a conspiracy that eggs are actually where birds come from. Bassdrop even swear he found eggshells inside a bird's nest. I was flabbergasted, until Skills came in with the genius reason behind it. It simply meant that birds also like to eat eggs. Ebabflow insists that birds don't like eggs because they eat nuts, and everyone knows you can only like eggs or nuts. 'Tis still a mystery to be solved. Maybe someday.